Hey, it's Ash, the vegan neuropsychologist, and I'm back with a video about veganism. Now, this is a video where I'm basically going to tell you that veganism doesn't cure everything. And I really hate saying this because I so much want to believe that veganism can cure everything. There's so many stories, there's so many anecdotes of people who have been able to cure physical ailments, they've been able to cure psychological disorders, they've lost weight, they've become athletic, they've found a life of meaning and purpose and fulfillment. And I want to be able to sit here and say that going vegan is going to solve all your problems, but I can't do that because veganism is just the beginning. Once we become vegan, we still got to keep striving for personal growth and fulfillment. And I want to share a story with you. It's a very personal story, so please have some respect for what it is that I'm about to tell you. It's about my own self-esteem, and it was something that I thought was no longer an issue until I became vegan. So here it is. So I grew up in Australia in the 1980s, and I went to a primary school. I actually went to 3 primary schools, but the one where I spent the most amount of time, I spent nearly 4 years there. It was a primary school where 99% of the students were Caucasian. There was literally no one else there who looked like me. There was actually only 2 students who even had dark skin, me and another boy. So I didn't even have any other girls who I could relate to in terms of appearance. So I remember growing up thinking that beauty was having fair skin, blonde hair, blue eyes, being thin, being athletic, which is pretty different to the way I look now. And it's interesting how much some of the beliefs that we can form as kids, they can actually persist right through into our adult life. And even now in my 30s, thankfully I've let go of this idea that that's what beauty is. But it's interesting at how pervasive it actually was. And I remember as a child, as a teenager, even as a young adult, really disliking the way that I looked because I hadn't made the connection that I could just be happy with the way that I looked, the way that I am. So by the way, this video, I'm not searching for reassurances or platitudes or anything like that. I'm really comfortable with who I am right now. Of course, always striving for more, always striving for goals, always striving for growth. So please don't think that I'm fishing for compliments or anything. I'm not looking for any of that. What I am trying to explain here is the impact of veganism. So when I became vegan in 2008, and I quickly learned about the health benefits because I went vegan for ethical reasons, and a few years after becoming vegan, I actually met Freelee. Now Freelee is the complete epitome of what my ideal standards of beauty had been growing up, because Freelee, I mean, she's thin, she's athletic, she's beautiful, she's got blonde hair, she's got blue eyes, I think she's got blue eyes, and I think for so many of us, we look to people in the vegan community like Freelee, and we think that being vegan is going to maybe transform us into them somehow, or it's going to make our life look a little bit more like theirs, because maybe we don't aspire to look like them, but maybe we aspire to have the life that they have, or to have the wealth that they have, or to have the friendships or the family or something else that they have. What I'm here to say is that veganism, although it improved my life in so many ways, I still had to do the work to cure myself the hang-ups that I had about my own appearance. So going vegan in 2008, it didn't fix everything. That was actually something that I had to do myself. Veganism was a really great springboard into that, because veganism is about compassion, and showing compassion for animals, showing compassion for myself as well, more than anything. Accepting who I was and accepting that I don't need to look a certain way in order to feel good about who I am. Accepting that my appearance doesn't define who I am, and accepting that I can be more than just, this skin and blood and bones. And I've heard someone refer to their body as their flesh prison, which I find it quite hilarious, but it's true. We're not defined by the way that we look. I guess the point of this video is to say that yes, veganism is wonderful. It's done so much good. There is so much benefit to be had. But don't let veganism be the end point for you. Let veganism be the springboard into more self-development and becoming a better person. And we don't have to become better than anyone else. We just have to be better than who we were yesterday. That's it. If we've got things from our past that we need to get over, or hang-ups that we need to work through, maybe there's past traumas or past conflicts, maybe there are things that we did in the past and we need to forgive ourselves for doing it or forgive others for doing it. Let's do that so that we can move forward and become better. So I'm going to put a link in the description below to a video about how some actual practical tips for doing that, for being able to work through some of those emotions. So make sure you check the description below for that video. Now please let me know what you think of this video. This one totally off the cuff, so if you like this style of video, let me know, leave me a comment down below. Make sure you subscribe if you want to hear more about veganism and mental health and personal development and stuff, and I will see you next time.